Yo, Wiley, what's good? You beat the bot. Yo, you did beat the bot. Oh my gosh. You beat the bot coming into the chat. That's kind of crazy. That's actually impressive. Like, not gonna lie. That's genuinely impressive. Notification Squad is out here today. Well, chat, I know you'll see the title. Kingdom Hearts fans are upset. And we are indeed upset. Well, not really. I mean, I'm not I'm not actually upset, but I've seen Kingdom Hearts fans who are upset. You guys see what's on the screen already. A new Dissidia Final Fantasy game. And you're probably wondering to yourself, why would this make any sane individual upset? Well, simply, let me turn the music off. Simply, it's on iOS and Android only, apparently. I mean, we don't see PS4, we don't see PS5, Xbox, PC, we don't see it up here. So, Final Fantasy fans, I'm here joined by my friend Avatar Yaya, by the way.
Hello.
Yaya, how long has it been since you guys got a Dissidia game?
Cool. It's been about since 2017 or 18. Last one was Dissidia NT,
No, no.
right? And NT came out, I think, I want to be right, January 11th, 2018. And before that, we didn't get another Dissidia game until since PSP, right? So if we look at the gap in between that, and that was the City of 12 Final Fantasy. Um, if I'm not mistaken, that came out in 2011. So it was a 7 year gap since we got O 12 from to NT. And I think the problem is with the Cydia, now we're like, yo, Koei Tecmo kind of dropped the ball with it a little bit. Like, I think I'm in the boat with the game where like it's one of those games. It's not what everybody wanted a Dissidia O 12 sequel to be, but it's Dissidia at its heart. That's how I stand on it. And now we get this news, right? And I'm actually upset and hurt by it
You're hurt.
because yes, because like when something in my favorite genre fails, they go to some other genre and it's a chance potentially to be bigger than what the actual thing is, right?
Yeah.
I'm hurt by this because as a Square Enix fan, I think this is a bad idea. And I'm also knowing their track record, it comes off as a bad idea. And not to hate on Square or anything like that, but in this situation, it is very frustrating.
Yeah.
Um, So, as a fan of fighting games, I always will want my fighting games to come back bigger and better. I don't even need gameplay to change really. Just change the stuff that people hate, make it look better, prettier. I'm satisfied. I ain't asking for too much. We This new Dissidia game, based on the card we got, it's a team boss battle arena, right? And for people that don't know what team boss battle arena games are, that's usually like gigantic MOBAs, essentially, or like where players are like on form a team to fight against other people, but you have to fight a controlled tower or bosses or like an enemy in there. So, um, like for example, League of Legends, Dota. If you don't know those games, you haven't played those, you probably heard of Pokemon Unite and Dragon Ball and Kenshin Squadra, right? And if I ask mine's opinion on it, right? My hatred for League of Legends is because some interactions I had as a kid. But outside of that, I hate that control. There's no controller support for League of Legends and Dota, right? While with Unite, like I like that for me is just way more fun for me on controller when it comes to Unite and the crossplay of it being a thing, which I had it on different platforms. Nowadays, I don't really care. I got a computer, but like I'm still gonna play it like Genshin Squadra. I got a stronger PC than the average consumer, but I'm still gonna go play it on my Switch too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my big problem with this is And my big frustration about it is that it's only iOS and mobile, right? Now, that is very dumb because all the other games in its competition right now are on every platform, right? So, my thing is the game could come out beautiful when we see it tomorrow morning, but it's so frustrating. And I will say, people come at me or come at me a certain way and be like, or just bring up the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And that was the beginning of February in 2017. That was before the City released NT, because everybody was like, "What's this? This is probably using this to fuel the money for that game, right?" Um, and I think what's also
Are
important
these the
to
stages
talk
on the
about.
website?
So right now we think those are the stages, or it could just be some teaser images of the game. Like you know how like intro trailers is similar
Yeah.
to like the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer where you see like locale or places,
Yeah.
and then you start looking at them. Thank you for doing that because I was like, yo, I could probably tell y'all all the characters. Like if it's a little image with silhouettes on it from left to right. You could probably know all the characters from left to right. Um, and I could be completely wrong on some of them, but it is what it is. Like if we start from the left with the hat, that could be Arden, or it could be Arden or somebody from Final Fantasy 8 or Final Fantasy 15 is Arden. The character next to it is most likely Terra from Final Fantasy 6. The character right of that could be Auron from Final Fantasy 10
10.
or X.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that character is interesting because in my
This
head
looks
that's
like
just
lightning to
lightning.
me. Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
it's
lightning to
lightning.
me. This
Yeah.
this almost looks like Tifa, but the pose is interesting.
Well, the reason why I said it could be Arden is because they could use a certain iteration from the book, but it's probably I can't remember his name from Final Fantasy 8 with the hat. But that's multiple characters with a top hat, you know. Next to that is more than likely Tifa, more than likely, or Renoa. It could be either or. Irving, yeah. That yeah, number 5 is Renoa.
Yo, what's good,
Girl next to
DJ?
that. Hey, what's up? What's up? Girl, next to that, I honestly cannot tell you. I had an idea and I completely like dropped it off the top of my head.
It
And
seems
the one
like
with the big,
the girl from FF10, like in
yeah,
F
it
F
could, it could,
F10 2
yeah,
Nah, maybe not. I don't know.
yeah. And then the girl next to that with the hair could be, dang, that's a hard one
We
because
got like
it's
cat
looking,
ears here.
it's like three characters I'm thinking about. Nine, somebody from Tactics, or they probably just like animate Yoshotal from 14,
Ishtola, I think
right?
that's how you
Yeah,
say it. I don't know how to say her name, but
Yoshola,
yeah.
yeah. Cloud is right next to it, like you know the spiky hair.
That's Cloud.
Um, yeah. Uh, that is more than likely Ace from Final Fantasy Type Zero or somebody else. It could be somebody else completely. And at the end, that's Prompto.
Yeah, that's
That got to be
Prompto.
Prompto. Yeah.
Um, what's good, everyone in chat? What's good, Putty Apple? What's good, Aphotic, Con Man? Hope you guys are doing well. What's good, Luz? DJ Versus already said hello to you, but welcome to the Twitch chat. I'm good. Sad that a Kingdom Hearts Roblox game is getting shut down due to Disney. Is it?
Yes, it is. I saw that. Yeah.
Wait, where's that at, huh?
I think I saw it on Twitter earlier.
Hold on, give me the source for it. I was literally going to do a Roblox video, but I obviously stopped because of the controversy Roblox is in, and like I don't want people to. I don't know. You know how the internet is, so avoid that stuff. Yo, what's good, Mad Kaiser? How's it going? Yo, how did everyone come into the stream? So, for everyone joining the stream right now, Kingdom Hearts fans are upset. What are they upset about? New Dissidia Final Fantasy game is being released for the first time in at least 8 years, maybe more. But it's exclusive to iOS and Android. The reason this is a little annoying is because, to put my 2 cents on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I actually have been wanting a new Dissidia game. I was not a fan of NT. I like 012. I like Duodecim. I like those games, right? I'm admittedly not the biggest Final Fantasy fan. As in I haven't played like a lot of Final Fantasy outside of FF7 and what I know from like 15, 13 and whatnot. Uh, I'm very like below average when it comes to my Final Fantasy experience. So a Dissidia game appeals to me mostly as a fighting game, as a arena fighter, because it's something that I'm interested in. I love fighting games. Fighting games are great. But this being exclusive to iOS and Android, it's extremely annoying, man. It's annoying because it's like, why not just make it a console game? Even if you're going the free to play route, which like the free to play route for a fighting game is, I think, is a better route to go. Why make it exclusive to mobile devices? Like Square Enix, not that many other companies, especially companies as big as you, are out here doing free to play games only on mobile. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe there's a ton of other companies doing it. I'm sure it'll be successful in some capacity on mobile. But, like, look. You guys saw me pull this up earlier. This is a list somebody made of all the Square... I don't know if this is mobile games. It looks like Square Enix. Yeah, a lot of this is Square Enix. Of a lot of Square Enix's or Square Enix published mobile games that have been canceled or ended, like, development. So, like, it's not even like these mobile games are super light, like, lifelong, or like, I don't know. It's not even like they have super long life cycles. A lot of these games, from what I'm looking at here, are ending, like, after a year, 2 years, and this is a lot of games, yet they keep on doing it. Like, this list is crazy, and it goes back as far as like 2015, 2016, 2014 right here. Like, some of these are exclusive to Japan, some of these never made their way in the US, some of these might be betas or might be test games, but like the point is, they keep trying with these mobile games, they keep trying to do things, and they, like, some of them last longer than others, but like, a lot of these games get lost to time. One of the reasons a lot of people prefer, like, the argument against free to play, the argument against like that style of game, of mobile games especially, that argument that I think is pretty hard to like refute for the most part, is one thing that's been consistent about live service games. A lot of these live service games shut down. They get lost to time. They're made with the intention of being played online as an MMO, as a gacha game. You spend all this money in the game, players, thousands of players, hundreds of thousands of players, millions in some cases of players, throw money, throw dollars, throw nickels, pennies at these games, at these banners for PNGs, for characters, for all this and that. And the game ends service in a couple of years and they get nothing out of it. They keep nothing out of it. At least when you spend money on a game, a physical game, a lot of the time, you keep it. In the past, it was thought that maybe with digital games, hopefully you at least keep the digital game in storage on your system, but even that's becoming annoying now. That's why people hate the whole virtual card thing and whatnot, because the idea of spending money and keeping what you spent money on, like, to cherish throughout time, like when you're old and you want to show some to your grandkids, like, bro, Genshin Impact is probably going to last a long time because they're one of the most successful out there. But there might be a day when I'm like 50, 60 years old, maybe. Admittedly, that's a long time from now. But like, there might be a day where Genshin ends, the story ends, the gameplay ends, and like, I don't know if they're gonna like keep it up. Like, am I gonna be able to show my grandkids like how much money I freaking spent on the Zhongli banner? Like, or Ganyu banner, like, am I going to be able to show them all that, or is it just going to be gone, like, worthless? Like, oh, wait, I spent all this money, and it's like, okay, well, I guess the value just went down completely. Genshin is a different beast, but, like, still, with Union Cross, like, I can make an actual example of Union Cross of a theoretical one. Like, spent all this money, not me personally, but people spent all this money, like, pulling for Schoolgirl Kairi, or, I don't know, like the KH3 artwork, these illustrated pieces, illustrated medals, collecting all this and that, and it's like, what do they have to show for it right now? Because you see here with Demon Cross, September 15th to 2022, offline version delisted 2 years after that. It's like, it's
It sucks.
bittersweet. It's
You
bittersweet,
know,
you know.
like okay, because like I'm not a mobile game guy. It's not why I like video games because my big problem with the general mobile game, and I'm saying this very loosely here, is that most of the gameplay loop is very repetitive and I can't say shallow, but very repetitive. It doesn't hold my attention as something I usually pay $60, $70 for, right? And I think what happens with some games, like why I like some free to play games versus some mobile games, is because like shooters and fighting games to me, for example, are always ever changing gameplay because every time you hop into a game, you get a different scenario, right? Something different happens and it just keeps the repetition to where it feels fresh. With some mobile games, it just doesn't work that way, especially if you're not in it for the designs or the lore or if you just generally just like the gameplay and stuff like that, right? That's perfectly fine. My biggest frustration, and you could pull this game up, is the Final Fantasy First Soldier. That was probably one of the best battle, and I love battle royales. I'm a big fan. The reason why I like battle royales is because I like anything that remotely looks like Hunger Games. I'm a big fan of Hunger Games. The books, movies, I still like it, even if we get to that another day. Point stands, Final Fantasy First Soldier was the one mobile game that I was playing every day. But then I also realized, why is it only iOS and Android? It's a shooter. Why is it not on PC? Why is there no console equivalent client to it? You know what's even crazier? And I love you, Square Enix. But like the anime games are evolving in this point past you. The Bleach mobile games are on console. They're trying to figure out how to port Dokkan to other platforms. Shouldn't be that hard. But like, really?
Yeah, like what Matt said, having a game that is only playable on mobile seems like an outdated concept. Developing a game that can be playable on all platforms really expands the potential player base. Yeah, like phones are so powerful nowadays. Like iOS and Android can handle the same types of games that PS4s and Xboxes, PS5s, like Xboxes can, PCs can. So like, you know, I feel like if you want to make a lower budget mobile title, anyways, just allow it to be playable on console. Make it crossplay. Like, I don't see any harm. Like, what does Square Enix lose in that situation? Maybe a little bit of extra time, you know, right? To make it more accessible to literally millions of more people. And that's not to say mobile games aren't accessible. It's just not the preferred console for gaming. Um, like especially for like your fans, because a lot of people who grew up playing Final Fantasy, who grew up playing Kingdom Hearts, yeah, some of them will play some mobile games. We'll play Union Cross, we'll play Final Fantasy, we'll play these mobile games here and there, but like their primary gaming device is almost like 9 times out of 10 going to probably be a console or a PC now. And like not having these games available on those platforms, I think is really annoying to see. These were the same complaints we had about Missing Link before it got canceled. Like, we were talking about how good Missing Link looked, how it actually felt like Kingdom Hearts, people were saying, how the game has such scope and vision and so much going on in these betas, and then they canceled the game. But that game was also exclusive to mobile devices. Like, despite having all that scope, all that planning put into it, it's sad because it's like we look at this game, if this game gets canceled or like they stop like running service for it like 3 4 4 years down the line, maybe even sooner than that, because honestly the mobile game lifespan for Square Enix games has been, they've been shutting them down a lot, right, like then Opera Omnia isn't that going down soon or
Well,
something?
okay. So the difference with that game is that that is Square Enix's outlier when it comes to the RPG side of things, right? And the reason, I mean, mobile game side of things, because that game lasted longer than even the other Dissidia, because it was just a really good game, right?
Yeah.
The problem is essentially that Opera was just it started just at a certain point. It's like it's done, and that's the problem with mobile games. Like the preservation factor of it is gone. Like I will never be able to experience the story of Omnia if I wanted to, unless I go through YouTube, right?
Then you got
Like
Near Reincarnation as well, which I think is still up,
yeah,
right? But
yeah.
it ended, right? Like, is it still? I don't think it was delisted, but I don't know. I
I
don't know
think
anything
it.
about that game.
I think it's still it ended in April 29th, but you can watch all of I think you can download it and watch all like the cutscenes and stuff like that.
That's
But
still an annoying situation. That's
yeah, yeah,
still
yeah.
annoying.
Like for example, like I have to say this, I appreciate all of you Kingdom Hearts content creators, even big or small, 0 subs, a million or whatever, but I really do appreciate that the way y'all dissect the mobile games was digestible because y'all also are very knowledgeable about the thing. Y'all playing through it, and y'all not just talking about the gameplay side. Y'all talking about the lore, the story, and it's all archived really, really well. If it's not archived through, um, Everglow or something like that, or any other creator, it's archived through y'all reactions and experiences with them. And I think that's something that like, hey, even if I can't actually ever access this, I can go watch it somewhere, and it's multiple sources to watch it from. You don't get that with Final Fantasy mobile games. You get what I'm saying? Like the best Final Fantasy mobile game to think of right now is Ever Crisis, right? And Ever Crisis is doing so well because they're doing the things that do, they're doing things that essentially or other gotcha mobile titles do, right? And it's also on PC. So I'm confused why they're announcing this, and I think Ever Crisis was only on mobile or something at one point. But I'm so confused. Why in the hell is this only on for a team boss battle arena game? Why is it only on 2 platforms that ain't the popular player base for those games?
Yeah, and then it's like, Matt also said something else in chat. Square seems to be experimenting with repurposing mobile games into console games like Octopath Zero. Yeah, I'm a big Octopath fan. I've been following Octopath Traveler Zero a decent bit. Um, that it's so weird because like Octopath Traveler Zero is basically mostly a remake of Chambers of the Continent, which was their mobile game, their prequel for Octopath Traveler, the first one. I don't know why. Like, I feel like there's some like at that company, there's someone who is so like like they're so fearful. I feel like of expanding free to play, like the fully committing. So they make these like lower budget, like kind of free to play games. Missing Link seemed like there's a couple exceptions there because some of these like this is a Dissidia game. It looks good. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like look at this. Like this looks pretty, but I don't know. Like, are they scared to make like a fully dedicated like game? Like, do they think they can't do like 14 again? Like, 14 is not even free. Yeah, well, it is now. Nowadays, you have free trials and stuff. But you have to. A lot of people pay monthly for 14, right? That's the active player base does, right? Like, aren't they still paying like 25 a month or something?
Yeah, I think so. I think 14 is like
Does anyone play 14? Like, how much do you pay a month for that game? Because I remember
thought
it
it
used
was
to be
like
like 25 or
15.
15. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That's
But
why I don't play it, because I'm like, yo, can I buy a year membership at least? Like,
but
like if I play 14, I would have to make another channel dedicated to 14, because I got to get something out of this. Something got to pay this subscription.
that's crazy. Let's use the current one. It'd take longer to make a dedicated channel. $15.99 monthly. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I think they have some fear of making like another big dedicated like free to play or like even something like 14. It feels like they're doing all these workarounds, or I just don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think. All this mobile game doom and gloom, all these canceling of mobile games. You see how your famous is reacting. Yet in the background, you're still greenlighting and developing a Dissidia game. People have been waiting years for a Dissidia game, and you're telling me the next big Dissidia game was a mobile title? maybe they have such little faith in their IP right now for Dissidia that they think that a mobile title will just be that much more successful. Because I guess to be fair, I don't know how successful NT was, but I don't think NT did that crazy, right? Because from my understanding, they tried to release a free to play version of NT, and it still was kind of like it boosted for a little bit, but it was still kind of like game kind of died very quickly after, right? Because you couldn't find anyone online for Dissidia
Oh,
NT
all
for
right.
like
So
a
let's talk
long
about
time.
it. So the big thing about the city of NT, right? Around that time, this is still the effects of Xenoverse 2, where everybody's trying to do like this 3v3 online team game, trying to have multiple players in it, right? That's good for arcade works and stuff like that as well. Um, NT did not sell well, right? It had a very strong like debut in Japan, but outside of that, the sales were below their expectations with Dissidia.
Yeah, I mean,
So
because
their whole,
012 was
so
like a legacy title, and it released. I know that did well, PSP and
yeah,
stuff, right?
012 was on launch, and then it's so really good in the beginning, but outside of that, you know how Square is when they be like, this game is underperformed. That's
Yeah.
what the situation is.
What ruined NT is they wanted it to be an esport. I feel like I have
That is not what
faint memories
that
of
is
something like that,
not
but that does not sound. That does not
okay.
sound
So
fully like it. What do you mean? Like that game is not competitive. I'm gonna be real. I know. Okay, me and y'all are gonna conflict here on screen debatably. I didn't like NT like that. I didn't think
let me
NT
go.
felt like booty to me. I'd be willing to go back and dive deep into it, but NT to me was like that game felt really really
All
bad.
right. So if you inherently because you just don't like it, the game was the most competitive Dissidia game. A lot of people didn't play O12, but they had summon cards that
Yeah.
let you just watch stuff, and most players had to agree on if you play competitive NT, you would have to agree on either doing level 100 or level 50 to balance things out. The
How?
problem with the city of NT is so many problems with that game. As much as I do have fun with it,
Yeah.
the gameplay, so much wrong. First of all, they let Koei Tecmo be on it, and I love Koei Tecmo, but Koei Tecmo before 2019 was money hungry, right? Like the skins, a lot of stuff was like almost $10 plus. The monetization was really crazy. The single player content wasn't really good. And I think if you're a long term Dissidia fan, the game did emphasize on its like competitiveness with the 3v3 gameplay, but in the result of it, if you're an 012 fan or even an OG Dissidia fan, the game had less options out the gate for players to do. Because while they made the game so focused on the 3v3 aspect, the characters had less moves and things they can do then. But in NT, well, a lot of people don't understand. Like I went to my first Evo and I got invited to go to the Dissidia NT party. And like there's obvious roles in gameplay. You get what I'm saying? It's the same
Yeah.
way as like soccer, football, basketball, like things like that. Like Noctis is an assassin. He moves around and dodges, left and right and stuff like that. Then there's other characters that are like the ones that focus on the other aspects of the game. And I do think the city just completely just missed the ball in a lot of areas. It kind of just fell off in the worst way of all time. I think the city also it didn't help with like the online was horrible. It had some of the worst netcode possible.
The
Um,
online was terrible. I
yeah.
remember
Also,
that game felt like so heavy.
The PC port, you needed like 10, like a computer way times stronger than what they recommended at the time. Yeah. So that was the problem with the city of NT. But everybody that played it, that got into the community and stuff like that, it was a fun time because every
Like
character played a different role and stuff
if
like
if
that.
you just love Final Fantasy, like the game is really cool. If you're not like super into fighting games or trying to play it like if you're for a lot of people, games like these just need to hit a couple of boxes, right? I'm a little more critical when it comes to the fighting game aspects of things, so that's why I'm like that. Because for me, with the fighting game, I want to be able. Yaya's known me for like a decade, like he knows how I am
Yeah.
with fighting games. I want to lab and I want to like feel like I'm rewarded for labbing. But for a lot of people, these games and this audience and Square is aware of this, and other people are aware of this. But I think like that audience only gives you so much. For a lot of people, I'm sorry, I'm yammering around the point. They just want Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah.
They can team up with their favorite Final Fantasy characters. And they can have like goofy, fun party game stuff happening. And for a party game, this is fun. Like, well, I'm not a party game. I don't. I don't mean it 100% a derogatory way. Maybe a little bit.
I want to let you know that pro FGC players did play this game. This is probably the most competitive arena fighter. I will say that.
I gotta see it. I'll dive into it. Like, I'll give it that energy. I'll look at it. But like, I feel like, I don't know, man. When I was playing this game, I felt the same with 012, and I tried. After this game, I think like 2019, 2020, we were playing like 012 a lot on emulator, right? Because they figured out how to like do like they did a BlueStacks like thing came out and allowed you to do this online play completely, and it ran really smooth and was great. We were cooking us though, but this game, I don't know. Dissidia to me,
I completely understand. A lot of people grew up into it. Yeah, like a lot of people grew up into it, but like if you ask me out of the arena fighters, would I play this or Naruto? I'm picking Final Fantasy. Like even from the one I really love, I will pick Final Fantasy over it because the game itself, like for every dumb thing the game has, there's mechanics to stop the dumb thing, right? Like if looking at the screen right now, like. You have these big bubble attacks that completely stop people from just spamming the dumbest thing, right? Obviously, if you get caught, you just gonna get caught. The only thing you will probably hate about this game is probably the movement. I don't know. It just depends. Like I can understand you just generally not liking Dissidia.
I don't like the movement. But 012 felt faster and cleaner. I'll say that.
A lot of people, like the people who did play this game. At that point, there is some competitiveness to it, but again, it's a 3v3 game, so it can be party.
If you really want to, you can make any fighting game competitive. You can make absolutely any fighting game, party game competitive. You can make anything competitive. Period. Like people make Kingdom Hearts like the competitive aspects of Kingdom Hearts is rando and speedrunning, and we have like had one of the biggest speedrunning communities like. Pretty much ever with Kingdom Hearts 2. Like it's one.
I can tell you what also hurt this game in NA. The worst thing Square Enix can do. This is when Square Enix has been like slightly irritating and pissing me off a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they just think they're them. When I'm like y'all got to move around a little bit. They dropped this game in the middle of Monster Hunter World and Dragon Ball Fighters. Who banned Dissidia? Like be for real.
Yeah, I know.
Like I bought Dragon Ball. I ain't even want to buy Dragon Ball. I bought Dragon Ball.
like I know some people are against like competitive stuff. Like this audience, because it's weird because of how we play Kingdom Hearts. I actually think a lot of people, if they got into fighting games, they might be okay with the competitive. I'm not everyone, but like a lot of the speedrunners and like a lot of people who love labbing the bosses, it's like the same type of enjoyment and reward you get out of fighting. It's like literally the exact same.
So, like, I can explain for people that don't know, right? Because
this game's so much faster.
Yeah. So, what this game has, you see that X button with the dash? Yeah. That's not an NT. They took that out. So, you can't dash cancel from that. The clash hits and movement, you don't have that. Either you just block or parry or you dodge and get out the way. So, they dumbed down some elements of it. But nobody will care about that, especially if you're an OG fan. Because, like, in NT, they want you to work with your team to catch people. They want you to use your other team's assets and abilities to form a game plan around playing, getting people. It's a different type of game. It's kind of like the difference between playing a Xenoverse. If y'all know, and I'm not the hugest fan of Xenoverse PvP, but I do respect it in this regard. And like Dragon Ball Xenoverse, a 1v1 match is different from 3v3. This game got a burst?
That's crazy.
Yes, there's a burst. you can burst. It's kind of a burst, essentially, but also the ultimate moves, they're non-existent in NT. You see the assist thing? This is what makes this game broken. Like you have assists that just get you out of certain situations for free, etc. All that. Like,
dude, I just like O12 is better, but I still don't think it compares to like other fighting games in my opinion. Like
I mean, okay,
just a
when you
fighting game.
compare it to a
But
fighting
I'm
game,
not.
that's,
I don't
yeah,
like.
that's
I'm not
fair,
trying to like
like,
take anything away from like people who had fun with it. It's just like for me, I think Square has the potential to make like with the characters they have. They could make a fighters. They could make a well, not them specifically. They could license someone else to make a fighters to make a crazy fighting game. But like me personally, if we ever got a big Square Enix fighting game, best case scenario they need to outsource to another company. I don't believe if they want the game to be competitive esports. I don't know, man. I just I don't know. I don't know how that would work. When was the new Dissidia talked about in the stream? The new Dissidia? We talked about like at the beginning of the stream.
yeah, like I understand generally just being like, ugh, I don't like this because it is a weird type of game, especially in, like some people be like it's floaty, but
It's floating.
yeah, I think the big thing about the game is the pace when you fight people that are good and how fun, like that mechanic right there. Go back a little bit further. The launch mechanic and Arena Fighter Dust is the thing of all time. I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but like literally I got excited because I love that mechanic so much. Literally, and the other player can tech and roll it if they do, but if they don't, they get kicked from it.
This grand finals and this dude is lagging. You see this?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. They in grand finals, they lagging.
It's PSSSPP emulator with
Yeah.
this was probably like when was this? This was probably like
It's 2022.
yeah, this is probably when they first figured out how to do
That stuff.
the Dissidia Online. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That was one of the first things we did after Birth by Sleep. We're like, does this work with Dissidia?
yes. Yeah.
I mean, shoot, I would still go back and play this with the Kingdom Hearts mods. I'd love to do it.
I had the King. I don't have it anymore, but yeah, I think I don't know. For me personally, like, because we always had this talk before, like a Kingdom Hearts fighting game, I just want it to exist. Honestly, I would want it to excel. But anyway, literally, I would want it just to exist. You know what I'm saying? I know, like, I would want it to be, like, personally, in the perfect world, I would just love to have Aqua be in a 2D environment, like a Fighters or Arxis or whatever like that. But if it was 3D like this, I'll be happy too, because Kingdom Hearts has always been viewed 3D, right? Not saying they can't adapt other things. They did Melody of Memory, which was beautiful, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, I think for a lot of people, having the idea, having it be seen in the same format with the camera angle and like the data battles being a huge thing in Kingdom Hearts when you get to that point. Like, I think if Square did it, they would go somewhat akin to this.
Yeah. So I don't know. We might have an arc where we play Dissidia a lot, whether it be on this channel or my other channel. But I don't hate Dissidia. And this new game, the main thing that like I would actually be extremely excited for this if it wasn't exclusively on mobile. And to be honest, I'm probably still gonna play. I'm just gonna BlueStacks it or whatever. It's just crazy. Like, why is Square doing exclusive mobile games in 2025? Like, what? Like, bro, what are AAA gaming developers like? Why would they do this? Like, just put it on console. Like, if you're gonna do a big free-to-play Dissidia, cool. That's fine. That's great. I'm happy for a new Dissidia, new characters. You get to see some old characters in 3D, yada yada, right? But like, bro, put it on console. Put it on console. Put it on PC. Like, what is this with them, dude? It only last year, only during 2023 and 2024, did they finally realize, maybe we shouldn't be doing console exclusivity. Only with Kingdom Hearts. Well, Kingdom Hearts, to be fair, it was a lot of things, but like, still, only like recently did they realize being multi-plat was like a good thing for some reason. It took them forever to find that out. Now it's like, okay, Are do we still release mobile games only on mobile? Like they're over here making Missing Link exclusively for freaking iPhone and Android. They had the beta only available on iPhone, but I guess it was because of Android compatibility or whatnot. I don't know, man. There are so many things. Like every time, I don't know, man. I want Square to succeed, and it just feels like they're doing such weird stuff. Cancel Missing Link for this? Yeah, dude. I was making tweets over talking about net positive for Kingdom Hearts and this and that, and it's like, have they really changed? Have they really changed? They're still out here making exclusive mobile games. Like, this is not what a lot of people want. Sure, there's going to be a couple of hundreds of thousands of people that pick it up, and then maybe like 10,000 people out of those 100,000 that still play the game, and then maybe after a year, probably like 5-10 people. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how active Square mobile games typically are. But just saying, like, these games, there's a reason they're canceling these so much. There's a reason these games end service, like some of them quickly, some of them after a little while. Like one of the biggest shrinks of Square Enix is its characters and its IP. And one of the reasons people still to this day glaze the crap out of Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 1, glaze the crap out of FF7. 7 Remake is overtaking like the rest of Final Fantasy. It has been the past like, I don't know, 5-6 years now. Like, I make the joke to my friends, don't take offense to this, 16 people. 16, sure, it's an amazing game, but like 16 was definitely the side game to FF7, man. Like, and it's crazy to say that because like, while some people could argue it, the fact that like it's even something that could be said is insane, right? In this day and age. Now 7's the bigger title, and there's no shame in that, but it's also just like, dude, their IPs are so strong. Like, they've remade 7 like 50,000 times, and like every single time it does numbers, it sells. Like, sometimes these other games getting hit with didn't meet expectations, and it's like, one of the reasons their IP is so strong is because people are able to go back and revisit these things. How do Kingdom Hearts fans go back and revisit Demon Cross? You watch a YouTube video. How do some fans go back and experience near reincarnation? I don't know. I think it's still playable. Are you able to replay the whole story in Nier? I don't know if you can. Like, are you able to replay the whole story?
I'm not too sure.
I personally don't know, but just
which game again? Because I was like
reincarnation. Because just theoretically, right?
I think you don't get to play the whole story. I think you get to watch it now. I don't know if you can play it.
It's the idea of when you play these games and you experience these things. It's like the longevity of them is what's in question. Because it's like, yeah, a lot of us are probably going to watch this reveal. A lot of us are going to be shut down. Well, there you go. A lot of us are hyped for this reveal. A lot of us are going to probably look at this reveal. A lot of us are probably going to try out the new Dissidia because it's a new Dissidia, man. Y'all is going to try it out. I'm going to try it out. A couple of my other friends who probably don't care about Dissidia might try it out because we're trying it out. But like, I'm sure after like a couple of sessions, we're going to probably be tired of having to download BlueStacks to play, or maybe only playing on our Android and iOS devices. It's just like one of the biggest issues with their mobile game model is the longevity, and that's just how it is. It is what it is. But you know, we'll enjoy while it's here, I guess, or like you guys will. I don't know. Like, I don't know how much I'm gonna play it, but I'm gonna try to. If it's fun, I'll play it. Simple as that. But I know for a fact I'm not playing this long term just because it's on mobile. Like, I know, I don't know, like, maybe not a fact. If it looks that good, I'll play it. But like, I gotta see a lot to know if I'm gonna play like that. Also, it says Team Boss Battle Arena. I didn't really like the team up thing in NT like that, so we'll see. To me, this game is sounding like mobile NT. That might just be what it is. The IRL shutdown's part of the game lore. That's crazy.
I'm just upset, man. Like Dissidia, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I'm gonna see this shit mad as hell. Like I kind of don't even want to wake up and see it. I just want to just stay up until the shit come out, cause so I can be mad and go to sleep afterwards.
And if you guys think it's just us, because I'll admit I'm mostly a Kingdom Hearts guy. I'm viewing this from the perspective of not necessarily a Final Fantasy connoisseur. I've played a lot. I've played Final Fantasy. I've played FF7. I've played. I've sampled some other ones. I'm mostly a FF7 guy. Even Final Fantasy fans are saying this stuff. Y'all, like he likes Kingdom Hearts, but he's more Final Fantasy coded than he is Kingdom Hearts coded. See what I did there? But look at these quote retweets. Like, at first a lot of these quote retweets were Kingdom Hearts fans jumping on it, being like, missing Link. Where's missing Link? Like people making it about Kingdom Hearts, and like, it's a little embarrassing because, like, admittedly, us Cage fans, we can do that sometimes, like, because especially nowadays, because we're jealous of everything. Like, I'm gonna be real, we're somewhat rightfully jealous about everything. Like, bro, if Square does anything that's not Kingdom Hearts right now, like I feel like some Cage fans like probably upset. And to be honest, if they ain't into mobile games, they haven't gotten a game since 2020. Since 2020, 2019. So, you know, to each their own, right? But look at these quote retweets. I'm gonna scroll through these like slowly, right? I'm gonna just let auto scroll slowly while I'm talking. Like, I don't know. Tell me when you guys see a positive tweet. We got a Prompto one there. New Dissidia game. It's a mobile game. Meme GIF. I don't know what that is. Mobile game. Like, you see how many people are upset that this is a mobile game? I haven't even tweeted about this yet, by the way. I myself haven't tweeted about this yet. This is the first time I'm talking about this publicly. It's just like, have you looked at the quote retweets for this, Yaya?
Yes, I have.
Like, let's scroll a little slower. But
This tweet right here is how I feel 100%. I just haven't said it.
It's like
I put it in. It hurts because I think about it. I'm like, are you kidding me, Square? Like,
some fans can make the claim that some people are just complaining. They're ungrateful. They're entitled. Whatever, right? Because Square Enix community, as much as I love the passion in the Square fan base, the pro and con, the yin and yang of like having a fan base this passionate is that we're also really emotional. Kingdom Hearts fans, extremely emotional. Final Fantasy fans are also extremely emotional. Dragon Quest fans are fine. I honestly haven't seen a lot of weird stuff from Dragon Quest fans, but I don't know. I'm not in that fandom, so I have no idea. But like, just you can make those claims that some Square fans are entitled, that some Square I don't know, ungrateful, entitled, whatever, right? But like, there's so many people who are like actively not into the mobile game stuff, man. They're just tired of it. Like, it was kind of cool-ish in the 2010s, you know. A lot of people were finally getting the new smartphones that could run these games, right? Like, I feel like there was a period where this was okay to exist, where it was exciting. Like, we were excited that Key Browser was coming to mobile. Remember that? We were excited. Even though it's really not the same as Key Browser, but still, like, we were excited to have the Key Saga come to mobile devices. Some people at one point were excited to have like these other Final Fantasy games. Like Brave Exvius was a good book. I played a little bit of Brave Exvius. Brave Exvius, really, really good freaking game. You know what I mean? It's like, you see all these tweets. You see like some people are guessing the roster. Some people are being wild. Like, and I don't approve of every single bit of wording here, but it's just like, what I see is an outcry of like people being upset. Let
me say this. I have touched Kingdom Hearts mobile games since VCast came out. I was there when VCast came out, played it for like an hour, and went back to the actual game. Right now, my thing is, mobile games are fine. I'm okay with mobile games having its own thing. I'm okay with mobile games having its own other way to play the game. Right? My problem, like Kingdom Hearts was doing it right. They announced Missing Link, but we know 4 is coming. Right? And I was under the assumption that, all right, Missing Link gonna drop a year out, 4 out the way. Right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever. Mobile games are cool when they also help be another supporter in the IP of the brand of the thing, right? For example, Street Fighter did this. I even attempted it myself. Street Fighter Duel. Street Fighter Duel was a mobile game by Crunchyroll for Street Fighter. Amazing designs, like the gameplay was fun enough to look at here and there and stuff like that. It was dope. But then we knew 6 months, maybe a couple months later, Street Fighter 6 is on its way. Right? That's how you do it. Because now you know you got more ways to support Street Fighter, look at Street Fighter, and play Street Fighter. If this Dissidia announcement dropped and then they teased a new NT or O12 or something with it, cool, fine, be it. You know what also sucks about this? That there's people going on Twitter, well, I hope that Dissidia is good because I want Dissidia to continue. And my problem is, I'm not gonna defend the city. I can't defend Dissidia because this is not what I like about Dissidia.
Yeah. It's tragic. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. I'm mad because Square keeps killing great mobile games. Yeah, like sometimes the problem isn't even that the mobile games are bad. Sometimes the problem is that the mobile games are good. Sometimes it's the issue. Sometimes the biggest issue, the biggest fear of these mobile games is that they're going to be good games. And then they're going to get hit with an end of service, bro. Like, what? That sucks. That really sucks. Cage fans know that too well. Sometimes the mobile game looks like it's about to be peak, better than the console game you paid $60, $70 for. And then it gets canceled. I don't know, man. Mobile games they just feel too, like, it's so weird, and I think they could mitigate this a lot. Like, I probably wouldn't even care enough to complain if it was like, yeah, Dissidia game coming to all platforms, free Dissidia game or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, they put the iOS and Android there specifically to like temper expectations, more than likely. But all it's doing right now is probably giving them bad press. But, I mean, I'm sure people are going to try it. Like, the game isn't even announced yet fully. Like, we're going to get more info at, like, 3 a.m., right? Hold on, what's the time for it? Ooh.
Like, it makes me mad because, like, Square Enix was this company. Yeah, it's 3 in the morning. Or maybe 5 for me. Ugh. But, literally, makes me mad. Because, like, Square Enix was this company that had everything on lock at one point. Like, my era of Square Enix is, like, in my brain, like, this 2000 and, like, from, like, 2005 to, like, 2000 and, like...
Dog. 90s? The late 90s Square Enix was pretty peak. Like, that was the start of them, it feels like. That's when, like, I mean, Final Fantasy was crazy already, but, like, when they really boomed, I feel like, was the late 90s. And then, like, 2000 Square Enix was on a shriek. Like 2000 Square was killing it.
A lot of y'all won't like this comparison I'm gonna bring up, but like Square Enix in the 2000s, right? To me, is like current Bandai. What I mean by current Bandai is like, yeah, they have they like weird anime games and stuff like that, but there's diversity. There's games coming out, right? Every quarter there's something for somebody. You don't like the anime game? There's Little Nightmares. You don't want to play Spark and Zero? There's this other horror game they got. Right? They have like a lot of stuff. Pac-Man just dropped. And like Square Enix right now in the 2000s, a lot of people don't know, right? Square Enix They have the license to the biggest anime in the world. One of the biggest anime. Why is there no Full Metal Alchemist video game in 2025? But they made that a mobile game just for it to end service instead of just making it a game.
I remember that. I remember that. Wait, that game ended service already?
Yes.
Dude, they made. I remember when we thought like Arxis was making a, because that was like right after Fighters, I think. We thought Arxis was about to make a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood game, and like it looked so pretty. And Square Enix, like we knew Square Enix had the license, but we were like, dog, this game looks so beautiful. And then it was a mobile game. It's like, what?
Bro,
Why?
Full Metal Alchemist, look, it says Full Metal Alchemist Mobile ended service March 29, 2024. If I'm not mistaken, it disappeared like a year later.
What did that game even
No,
do?
9
When did that
months
game come
later.
out?
Let me see. I'm trying to see. It didn't even get to reach 2 years old before it died, so it had to be 2020. Let me see. I can look it up while I'm here. And that hurts because I'm like, yo, they got Soul Eater 2, I think, and I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing?
Or this game will have the characters appear in Tokyo proper, or if they're just summoned in battle by random Tokyo residents.
It came out August 4th, 2022.
You know what the Tokyo thing makes me feel like? What if this game is like, you know, like how do I describe this? What if this game is like, instead of just battling in Tokyo and stuff like that, what if it's like a FF like monster collector type thing? Like you collect FF characters in the wild.
Bro, I promise you. Because if you look up what the game it says, you'll see what it is.
You know they're not confident in this. They announced this at 3 a.m., bro. What the heck? Why they announced this at 3 a.m.? Man, I know Japan time different, but like, what the? Yeah, I agree, KH Line.
The city of Final Fantasy based on reality.
The city of Final Fantasy? That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm telling you, these designs not gonna even be looking the same. Like, you're gonna get Song tomorrow, because some of them is... and it pisses me off, because I'm gonna try, because Lightning's in there, and then Renoa's in there, and then Cloud.
Yeah. Well... It is what it is, man. It just...
Because I feel like these screenshots we seeing right now, when we see the trailer, all this gonna be destroyed.
Yeah. I don't know, but who knows, man? Maybe it'll be a good game. I mean, it'll probably be a good game. Like I said, that's also a fear. It's if it's a good game, it's like, bruh, you extra could have made this on console or like PC. I just say console as a default. Do you know what time the trailer is dropping? 3 a.m. It is dropping at 3 a.m. Or 3 a.m. Pacific time, at least. $10 hours ago. Yeah. You can see the time right here, actually. Again, this is PT, though. Yeah, I'm done investing any time into mobile gacha games unless I'm already super invested into the lore/franchise, like Fate Grand Order. That's fair. That's totally fair. Well, so chat, did Missing Link die for this?
And he's gonna ask that.
I mean, the chat's
I'll be
already
real.
saying I'm in the
I'll be
first
real
place.
honest.
Bro, I got nothing to do
if-
with Kingdom Hearts. So this game was
Yeah,
probably
I feel like it's his own thing, because if it wasn't, it would have been announced way. If it was, it would have been announced way sooner. Like, Square would have just dropped this like right after it. So this could probably be a whole different team. And isn't Kingdom Hearts? I don't know if this is true or not, but doesn't Kingdom Hearts have its own like little studio area around Square Enix? I don't know if that's true or not.
I'm like
But
I'm unsure because what I know is Kingdom Hearts at one point after KH3 had 4 different teams, but now I think I now think it's just 2 teams because I guess maybe they just moved the Missing Link people over to that team, moved them over to the main Osaka team because they had Osaka team, they had the team that was working on Melody of Memory at the time. I'm assuming they're just done now, and then they on top of that had the mobile game team. So they had Kingdom Hearts had 3 different teams at one point. But I don't know what it's like now. I know they did move their offices to Osaka at one point.
yeah.
This would have been the worst part of Missing Link's cancellation. No, of course. This game's definitely been in development for at least a year or two. At least in concept. I don't know about actual like development time, but like in concept alone, probably at least since 2023, 2022. If I had to guess. All right, so chat. Do you guys wanna line up the mood with some Kingdom Hearts 3 mods? I have a mod that I think I want to mess around with today. Being a Square Enix fan is 60% Monster Paw situations. Yo, Rose, what do you think about all this? How do you feel about the mobile game? Sorry if I sound far away. I'm folding clothes as I'm yapping and looking at chat. Or folding towels, rather. That's it, clothes. DFFOO? Is that Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia? Is that what that is?
The game.
Does are the Final Fantasy rhythm games Dissidia games?
If I'm mistaken, no, they're like Theatum Rhythm, however you say that title.
Uh, what does Dissidia mean? What does that word mean?
I forgot.
I mean, I'm at least curious to see what it'll look like. I'm not really excited. I just want a Dissidia
Uh,
game as good as Duodecim.
okay, so I remember it's a word for like if you play the story, you'll get it because it's about like a huge discord or disagreement, and it's like the world being in chaos for the game if you played it, and everybody comes together, right? Um, and based on Google, it says etymology. The word is plural or disdium or discoid, related to the verb discordare, meaning to disagree, and that's pretty much what happens. A lot of people get in the world and like, yo, but I don't know. I think the Cydia as itself just brought everything together, and everybody was just like, "Yo," trying to figure out the world where they got transported to. The city are really a isekai for Final Fantasy characters.
Pretty much. Huh? Pretty much exactly what it is. All right. Well,
I could talk about this all day, but I'm gonna just get more hot.
yeah. I'm thinking about what I want to do right now. Well, I want to turn on KH3. I don't know. I'm unsure.
One day we got a plan so I could watch all the Dark Road stuff.
You still haven't seen Dark Road?
No, because you told me we was gonna watch it on stream again, like last
Oh
time.
yeah, bro. What the heck? All right. That's crazy. Yeah, we do. We definitely have to do that then. Well, chat. Actually, I think I'm gonna end stream here, and I'll be back tomorrow. I want to thank you guys for coming out to the stream, vibing and chilling. We had over 50 people in the live stream at one point. Thank you guys so much for coming out. What's the plan for this week? Well, I'm definitely gonna do this mod stream tomorrow then, and I guess we'll just have a whole mod day. My original plan was I wanted to do a mod pack. I wanted to do a Kingdom Hearts 3 Final Mix mod pack stream, but I couldn't figure out how to download the mod pack, so I didn't do it. I don't know, man. But thank you guys a lot for coming out, though. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Yaya, for joining me as well. It means a lot. For those of you watching the VOD, thank you for watching, just being here. I appreciate you. But with all that, my name is Prodigy. Remember to be nice, be safe, and take care, everyone. Good night.